Hi guys! So, new day. Okay. Carmen. Hi. Wait, what'd you say? Have you figured out? Wait, what did you I read it too fast. Haley? Or Sandy? Haley or Sandy? One of them. Which one? Who is it? Sandy. So now Haley likes them. Oh, Haley likes them. She doesn't love them, maybe. Oh, I forgot about you. I'm supposed to go throw you into the brink. Oh, it's a Monday. I'll go run after I put stuff out of my inventory. You know what? You could just go live in there, buddy. Let's go see what the quest of the day is. What the quest of the hour is. But yeah, how are y'all doing? Y'all doing great. Y'all remember to like and subscribe. Y'all remember to like and subscribe. Just what do you call me trying out that YouTuber thing? I can work with that. Robin. You gonna be in today? Are you busy with my stuff? I know I am. Oh, Robin, I would like to buy wood, please. I'm gonna see whether or not I need how much space I have in that chest, because I need to know whether or not I need to buy. Now, not buy. Make a second, what sort? Just make a second, thing, or not? Chest, that's the word I'm looking for, chest. I need to move all of these along, wouldn't I? If I want to do that two-space thing. Why did I only leave one space? Why am I dumb? Then again, I could quickly go move these two over. No, I'll just wait until Robin's done, move them all at once. And then just see what happens. Let's just move these. Not move. Very cool, let's just. In case. That's nice. For just in case purposes. Oh, I think my style is full. It doesn't really matter, honestly. They don't need to be full. But yeah, do I need a thing? Because I would like, okay, so my thought process was to make like a nice little nook. A little nookie. Let's get, it's not either of you. It's not either of you? This is where, did I finish it? No. I threw it somewhere, didn't I? I threw it somewhere. But yeah, so I'm gonna talk about my second year of teaching practicals. My second year of teaching practicals. Okay, what do you want? Oh, it's gonna get sold. Whatever. Reminding me for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 16th. Is that the Grange? I believe that's the Grange. You in here? Where would I put it? Where would I put the coffee? In here? Yell if you see it. Gosh, where could I have put them? Oh, Grubby, a gift. Yes, that's you. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Don't worry about it. No. Wait a minute. Did I put you in one of you? No. Okay, let's actually check you with. Did I put you in? I know I have. There you go. There you go. Okay. I don't have a lot, so let me make a few more. Where would you be? Around here. There you go. Just in case. Too much than too little. Actually, a little more. Bim. I was actually wondering about something. I need to make more gold bars. So I can maybe buy some coal and gold from Clint. You'll be open today, right? Let me just go buy some gold. I swear I can speak. What was I thinking now? Okay, so second year wasn't too bad. I know that was when I had to start teaching. What do you call it? My main gripes weren't with my uni. There were gripes, obviously, and all because my uni's my uni. There were gripes, but it wasn't. It could have been worse with them, honestly. You know what? Might as well. What's in here? Oh, okay. Let me just do that so I can. Hehe. Pyong. Yeah. So my main gripes with my the school that I went to. Okay, so it was a very small school, and it was like each grade is 1 year small school. So like I don't really blame them. I don't they're for like the lack of what's the word for it? It's not education. I'm trying to think of what the word is. For lacking in some of the resources for art. But I was the arts teacher. I acted as their art teacher, and because they did not, because we have something called CAPS. Most schools teach CAPS. Some teach IEB, so that's like the international syllabus, if I'm correctly. Some schools teach that too. 1, 2, 3. Where? So I just need to make another. Let me just make like 20, because I do want to do the outside. I do want to do that moving over thing. You're 20. Bum, bum, bum. But yeah, but so it was a very small school. So I understand why they didn't have some other resources. But I literally was their whole like art thing to the point of where I was a silly little guy. Practical. It was a practical. And it was like what do you call? I taught a few. I had to teach a few lessons, obviously for as like the what do you call it, as part of my like portfolio syllabus curriculum, whatever you want to call it. So obviously I had to teach that, and so like that was fine, that was dandy, and all. But then I ended up getting the one of the things, no, not one, both of the things that ended up doing like little projects with them with. I had to mark them, and I was like, oh, for funsies, marking for funsies. And the teacher's like, no, for like marks for their what's name marks. So caps, so most schools follow caps. So caps, don't ask me what caps means. I'll look it up and then I'll what's the name. You think I know this, but no. But yeah, so caps. And so, what do you call it? Caps is very standard. I do caps. It's also relatively recent, I think. I know Kayla only did caps like way later in her schooling, and well, she did it. I think they only introduced it a little later into her schooling, but I did caps from the start. It's you, isn't it? Is it you? Have my prayers been answered? I know logically I should finish, but let me just go get the other one. But yeah, as I was saying, so so it's like a standard thing, and all caps is standard, the standard, generally, and then IEB I think is like an international blah blah blah. But I was taught in caps, and my like thing is in caps. A lot of the stuff that they taught us, the university taught us in, is in caps. So like caps is kind of ingrained into us. Which fine, dandy. Caps is very nice, honestly, to me. So they were like following the specific. That's what I noticed about a few schools is that some schools will take art very seriously, and then some schools will take it barely seriously. Because I feel bad when it's like barely seriously. Because then what's that kid gonna do if they want to do art in high school? Because it's the same thing like with Zulu. And all because what is that kid gonna do now in high school? And all that way, if you guys are only teaching them like if they don't even know what's an art element, what's a principle. Hell, what even? Because I double check all my resources with my art friend. I've talked about my art friends and all before. And I double check my stuff against hers, against what's the name, because like she did art in high school and then she's studying art right now. So like I was like, hey, is this good? Is what I'm giving them good? Does this sound about right? And all that, I'm not making stuff up. And she's like, no, this is great. And all that, I was sort of like, yeah, these are grade 6s that I'm teaching. And I asked, okay, so what is a element of art? Not element. What do you call? I was teaching them elements of art, elements and principles of art, and art and design. And so I was like, okay, so can I have, and so one of the things I did like a full lesson on was colors, and also like primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors, complementary colors, analog colors, analogous colors. Ooh. And so I like asked like, okay, so what's a primary color? One of them said pink. And I was just there like, because it's so hard, because they look at you with like such like life in their eyes, so it's hard to be like, yeah, no, you're wrong. Yeah, no, I was like, okay, well that's close. What's a part of what makes pink? Red and white? Okay, what's one of those? Red? There we go. Because I was just like, what do you call it? Because because this is honestly the same, because it feels like the schools just don't, because the school I went to in my first year, they took it like seriously enough, and like they were giving like the kids like origami to do, and a lot, they were like doing like fun little things with them, and like some schools just tend to give their kids a piece of paper and just be like, okay, draw, and so when I give them like actual like not big kid stuff, but like stuff with like a little bit more like juice to it, and I'll then color this in, and I'll like color it in with like the specific thing, like and give them like specific instructions. Then it's like, okay, now then things start getting lost in translation, and so then you gotta like I had to play the, okay, let's figure this out together, gang. Okay, so I need the stone. Easy. I need you. Well, let me just take these all out. Take me out to the ball game. Can I do it without messing with my mic? There we go. Because you never know, maybe if I want to change. Can I put these outside? Yay! Are you guys gonna be safe outside? Jojo, you're gonna go way over here, because I think I'm never gonna use you, but I'd rather put you outside, just in case. Okay, okay, let's do this, because you two are gonna be our most important lot. Let's put you over there. You over there. You go over there. Okay, what's her vibe? What are we going with? So yeah, so with that one, the teacher that was there, my mentor teacher, loved me. She loved me because I came with like, I came with knowledge. I came with like art knowledge. I came with like everything, and I came with all the art related anything we could ever need. So I did get more stuff later on, but that was like I only found some of the art stuff after I had left. What's the vibes that we're going with? Okay, let me look at what I chose as the background and the. Okay, so this is like a vibe. Okay, so I got this whole space here. I have this whole space here. Okay, so I have you. Okay, so you will probably be. Okay, so I'm gonna need a mannequin warehouse, and then I'm also gonna need for the animal related stuff. So one set of animal related stuff is gonna go over here, depending on how I want to move this. I wish I could have them in a row, but unfortunately, the way that I have everything set up, me just pick these up while I'm thinking about it. But yeah, so like I came with like art really because I had started. That's the year I believe that I started my visual arts module. So that had like a textbook. I love the textbook. Honestly, I'll put up the textbook. I'll put it up. I'll put up a picture of it because if you teach art or if you want to learn even anything about like art, dance, and all, because art really has changed from when I did primary school art. Because when I knew art, it was arts and culture. So it was like learning about the Indebele houses. The because there's like a specific like the what do you call it the Indebele houses had like a specific style the right word? They had art and all the art on it. We like study art on it. The way that that it's like decorated and all the art that's on the outside. The way it's like decorated and all we like study that. I wonder if I were to like move these two forward and then put the chickens behind them. Move the pawns over. Nope, yes. Do I have to? Yeah. Alright, little dudes. You're gonna get friends. Friends. How are you doing? I wonder if I could go to the wizard quick and just move the barn and stuff. Yeah, let me go do that. Maybe I should have done it like early in the morning, so then for just in case something messes up. If it does, I haven't done much. I'll restart the day. I'll bite the plot. What do you call it? So what is it called now? So it's a beautiful textbook and all that. So it like has for music, it has art, it has dance, it has what's the other thing called now? It has music, art, dance. It's got like everything for everyone and all that. So like beautiful. Yeah, that shouldn't affect me too much. And then you there, you get tucked up right here. You two get tucked up right here. And then maybe I can move you guys a little forward. Hopefully this doesn't block the chickens from the grass too much. Worst case scenario, they have an auto feeder. And then it's you. I want to move over here. Do you think time is still here? Because I honestly have no idea whether time is still here. If it isn't, then sucks to suck. I haven't moved it. You can tell how long it's been since I've done things on my own. Because I'm just so used to having Kayla around. Then let's move you here. Move you over here. Can I? No. Oh, I could move you guys up here. I could move you up here. Okay, that's beautiful. Then how many are you over here? Because I would honestly love to have these be close by. And none of you have gone missing, right? Y'all didn't notice any of them go missing. If I haven't gone missing, I'm tired, Grandpa. Let's do damn bad. Keep digging. Oh, we're a little too close. Honestly, I think this should still be fine. And then I gotta move all of these. So then maybe I can move the one over here. Yeah, that'll be beautiful. I did. So yeah, as I was saying. So like they were great, and obviously they were great. They did their best. My general gripe with my university is that okay, so this was the first year that they had introduced doing not first year, no, yeah, this is my first year doing a teaching practical post COVID, because my first year teaching practical was 2019. 2020 happened, and I didn't pick a teaching practical that year because I wanted to like focus on other stuff and all that. So I picked to do other things, and because I learned things are difficult when it comes to because I learned from my first year shenanigans and failing that one module was let's roll it back. It's a very difficult balancing things are difficult. So let's do do teaching pracs later. Let's focus on teaching pracs later. Let's focus on the theory stuff now, and then teach pracs later. And honestly, it worked out pretty well for me. So then this year was actually besides like being like because I was just really worried about like the marking thing, because I tried my best not to be too harsh on them, because obviously they barely know anything about any of the stuff, they barely know anything about like the art principles and elements and all that. So like I tried my best very dearly to not be too harsh on how they on how it all is for them and all, and how how what's the word? I try my best not to be too harsh on like how I market all, just because art is subjective. It's it's not everyone's gonna get art. And also I just tried my best to I gave them instructions and all that. So for the final thing I did with them, because she wanted them to have like a final thing for me to mark. Like a final project thing for me to mark, and I was like, okay, I guess. And so what I did, I told them art elements and principles. I told them the color wheel and all that kind of thing, and I had a textures lesson with them. So I was like, okay guys, my children, we are going to then do you guys have learned elements of art, so let's put it into practice and all. Let's You guys have learned it, so let's now put it into like whatchamacallit, let's put it into an actual thing. So what I did with them was then to I did like a little project with them where it's like, okay, here's a worksheet with split into five because there's five art elements, split into five. So now what you got to do is you guys have to then each section is going to be an art element. So each section is going to be an art element, and you're going to like make sure the art element is known. So like but I want like creativity. Don't just give me like nothing burgers and all that. I want creativity with it. So don't for shape just put one little like shape thing. I even made it because I knew she'd want me to mark it. I made myself a criteria thing because I wasn't sure if I was going to mark it as well or if she was going to mark it. So then I made a little criteria. So you get like what do you call it? So I'm trying to remember what it is now. Not like a checklist. What's the word now? It'll come to me in a second. But like like an example sheet. I made myself an example sheet. For marking it to be like, okay, so this is, and I did like good, poor. So like when you do like an oral, and so then it'll be like, oh, good. What do you call it? Good is just or like a paired rating. Let's go for like a paired rating. So good is so excellent is like looked up between lines, had a good knowledge, was able to actually talk about elements in the book and stuff like that. Good is like had to pay attention to the page, stumbled a lot with saying what the book's about, and then poor is had to keep the book as close to their face as possible. Had to when asked like questions about what happened in the book, they didn't have an answer for that kind of thing. That's the vibe. Hi, Grandman. I know, baby. Let me be very careful over here. Let's go. And then let's pick you up. Would you like a gift? Here's a gift. Let me go make a chest to put all this stuff in. Oh, wait, I'll use one of I have a big chest. I'm gonna need to move all these anyway. So I can put, it should fit. Let me just leave them in here. Yeah, what was I saying? So, like, it wasn't too bad, I guess. Like, it could have been worse. And obviously, that was the first year that they had started doing that was my first time with, doing my, teaching practical stuff, getting my teaching practical stuff in order with my university. Because, like, some bits were, like, because before it was, in my first year, it was, okay, get a letter from the principal, here's a letter to the school. And, oh, yay. Here's a letter to the school. Sort out yourself. Sort out your life with that. Let me get rid of some of these vegetables. Let me do this. Get rid of some of these vegetables. I'll leave that for I don't actually know how many of these things I have. Would you sit better if I put... I think I'd rather just have the nook, because it looks like it already sits well enough. Why did I do that? Don't need it. Please go back in. What was I saying now? And then, so it was like, it wasn't, so before it was, here's a letter to the school, get them to fill it out, put the school stamp, put the principal's name, who your mentor is, blah, 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 blah. And then in my, when I ended up doing it in 2020, and that was 2019. And then, so for 2023, it was like, yeah, fill in this Google like, form thing. Get your letter to the principal thing, and then your indemnity form, and fill it in, and then fill in this Google form thing. And that was the most annoying thing ever, honestly. Trying to like fill in everything on that. And then when it came to my third year, and then when it came to my third year, I was in I'm in this new place now. I'm in where we moved now, at the previous place where we lived in previously. And then so now they got this thing where it's like where now it's a part of our uni site and our admin section of the uni site, and to sort out where you did your teaching practical. So they had like so these are the, what do you call it, so, put in your school, put in, what's the thing, put in your school, then, put in, so then the school's gonna then get an email that's with this number, and then when they get that, and then so that number then, so it's you guys, hold on, no. Is it you guys, hold on? Well, yeah. So then it's like, so then when it comes to those schools, so then it's, I'm sorry guys, my words are hard. So then, okay, I gotta remember. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, did this include this little bit? Did I include this little bit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so did I not count it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, can I trust myself that I need 5? Yeah. So it was like so, and then so in the third and fourth, so in the third year, they're like, yeah, so all you gotta do is like now fill this thing in. So then they send an email now from with like a OTP and all to the school. And whatever email they have on file, they send it to there. And so the original school, because there are two like schools that do my grades in the area. So the original school that I was looking at, they also they weren't okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then so then they were like, yeah, we've changed emails, so I don't know if we'll get that email. And so then I emailed the what's the name in charge of I emailed the teaching practice people and we're like, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to make decisions now. Do I get rid of this one now? Do I move this? Because I could just move it. Because I would like them to be in a row, but it's not like it's a huge deal. Because I noticed here that I'd need to put it off center anyway because of this little corner thing. Okay, so I'll sort out that bit when I get there. Yeah, so it's like, okay, so fill in this bit. Let me see if I can I go to Rasmodius right now? Can I go to the Rasmodius? Okay, so I'm about to be away. I think you're meant to go to bed, sir. Why are some of you guys awake? Because I think it's the range right now. So then so I was like, okay, and then so I emailed the teaching practice office and was like, hey, so what do I do if my people can't get the email? And they were like, oh, okay, here's this document. Here's the document. So it's a document that I ended up using like my first year, and I wanted to like sort my shit out in my first year. And so like, here you go, peasant. To get them to fill this in, and I was like, oh, okay, gosh. And then so I was so then I like send it. So like I'm like, hey, so I was able to talk to my teaching practice office, and they just said you gotta just fill this in. And they're like, oh yeah, that's great. We can't have you anymore. Huh? Yeah, we can't like afford to have the student teacher. You're not paying me. Well, we don't really have I'm free labor. Yeah, I don't know if it's because whether or not they actually had a thing. Because she's like, I confirmed with my like principal and all. We can't have you come through and all. Sorry. And then so I was just like, okay. And now I don't know whether or not that was a genuine like we can't have you because like we don't have the time for a student teacher, or if it's because I made a little mishap and the email that my email had my pronouns in the bio. And so I don't know whether that might have played a factor in, or if that mayhaps played a factor in them taking it back when I sent the follow-up email with the hey, so here's the things. I don't know whether or not that played a little factor in or not. It's pure speculation. I guess it doesn't matter. So then I ended up going to this other school, and which worked out better because this one's in walking distance. So now if Kayla needs to like be at a meeting, I can just walk home, which is better, I guess. Ultimately, both schools are going to be conservative. I hold no grudges. I guess if it was about the what's name thing, I hold no grudges about it. My teaching practice got done anyway, so yeah. Which was cool. So then I ended up going to this other school. I ended up like me and the principal and at the other school got my. I'll talk about that in my third and fourth year. What's name? That might end up being one video because both my third and fourth year were at the same school, so that might end up being one video. But yeah, so like in my third year, so that was the annoying bit for my third. So then I got it filled in. I emailed it back to the dude I was talking to over email at the teaching practice offices. It got sorted. I got the confirmation of placement, and so that was like fine and dandy. And then my fourth year, now they have it so that you can either do that email thing, or you can send in the document that has the principal's signature. And I obviously went for that one because I wasn't going to play games with between Signal because I will talk about that when I get to my service. What do you call it? Phone service provider video. I'm definitely talking about that. What do you call it? Because between like the Signal in our area and like all the other stuff, that'll also be talked about the Signal thing. Maybe I'll talk about it in, like I'm trying to think of how I'll structure it, but yeah, it'll work out. Yeah, so then you were allowed the option of either or. So then I picked or because I wasn't going to deal with having to, because then I'd have to confer with the school about the whole like, oh, you got to get this email thing, blah blah blah, and all that thing. I didn't want to deal with that. I don't know how technologically literate everyone is, so I don't want to deal with that. Whatchamacallit, but yeah, the second year wasn't too bad. I just wish that they had set up that art was a little bit more serious, and it wasn't just me panicking now. I'll be like, I have to teach these kids art now, and I'm just learning about art. So that's gonna be the interesting thing when I finally get there. And so they didn't do too bad. Majority of it they didn't do too bad from what I remember. And because a lot of it, because I was like, okay, so it's shapes, don't just like draw one little shape, and that doesn't work out. or like color, make sure it's proper. If you're with color, I want saturation. I want full color. And all that. I want full color. I want full everything. Make everything pretty. And I don't want. I don't want just a little like splash of color. And if we're having negative space, I want that negative space to be like on purpose, negative space, not because you ran out of time. So I think I ended up using like 2 lessons of it, and all that ended up. And then on my final day, I spent like an hour or 2 marking everyone and stuff, because obviously it's my final day. I don't want to stay there forever. And of course, I was very for first year onwards, first year to 4th year, I gave every teacher like a little gift and all that. First year, I got my teacher. I know she was a very big coffee drinker, so then I bought her a mug, like a cute mug. I bought her some sachets of coffee, of like cappuccino sachets, the instant cappuccino. I bought her that. And then my second year, it was a Christian school. It was an Anglican school. It was a Dyson school. So obviously everyone's very Christian. So then my mom was coming. I can't remember if. No, I was able to go down because I split up. I did 2 block periods. So block periods means that you're splitting up your practicals into 2 separate things. So like 3 weeks on, and then 3 weeks on one term, 2 weeks on another term. So then between the block periods, because I did a couple weeks in the first term, a couple weeks in the second term. So like between the block period, so between that, I then went to CUM books, Christian something books. It doesn't matter. It's a Christian bookstore. I say cum because like it's an Afrikaans word. The CUM stands for like some Afrikaans thing, and it's a Christian something. It's some Afrikaans word for Christian, with Christian related into it. And you could say it the other way. I say cum, like come on, welcome, and all that kind of thing. So I say it like that because I don't want to say that other way. So yeah, what do you call it? Kayla needs to be watched in that store. She will buy at that store, and I will, in principle they actually do really pretty. Sir, you have to shake your ears near me so that your big giant ears near me so that you want to be the drama, sir. Sorry, my dog just woke up, so of course he shakes his head, and he's close by to where I'm filming, so of course you could probably hear the hurricane that went past. So I have a few of their stuff because they do sunflower stuff, and I love a sunflower. I love sunflowers, my guys. So with Kayla, she's the easiest gift person. You can go to that store and grab probably anything, and she will like love it. And then so I got 2 sunflower mugs, and because I don't even know what from what I remember, I can't remember what Christian phrases are on there. There were some Bible verses on it. I know the Bible verses were fine. So like they had no hidden connotations. And I double checked with Kayla. They had no like hidden like what's names. So it was just basic stuff. It's like live, love kind of basic verses. I know Kayla loves be still and no. Anything that has be still and no on it. Because I think that's her favorite Bible verse. I'll confirm with her when I'm editing. No, that is in fact her favorite Bible verse. I got her that, and then my 3rd and 4th year mentor teacher. I had the same mentor teacher for my 3rd and 4th year because I was at the same school. She liked also coffee stuff, so I ended up getting her coffee related stuff. I ended up buying and then some spoons and all because she kept losing her spoons. So then I bought her spoons as well, and like a bunch of like whiteboard markers, stuff like that. If you're ever gifting a teacher, get them whiteboard markers, chalk, whatever they use. Also, what board they use. If they use whiteboard markers and chalk all the way through, because they're always whiteboard between that and pens. Always get them stationary. Honestly, I had teachers eating out my palm because I bring them like whiteboard markers and like chalk and OHP sheets, whatever they call these little plastic overhead sheets that you put over the old school overhead projectors, and all that you choose for like that kind of thing, the old school ones. My high school teachers loved me. 2 of my high school teachers loved me because I pulled them. Love me and my dad because me as the conduit, dad as the actual provider, because he would give me boxes of whiteboard markers that they weren't using, and that would just been thrown out, and like OHP overhead. I don't know what they're called. They're like sheets of plastic that you put over the old school overheads that have the light bulb and everything that use a mirror system to what's the name. I'll put a picture up if I can find one. But they're like these sheet things that you like put on and then it gets shine through. But it's a what's name. But yeah, so yeah, honestly, okay, so second year wasn't too bad. Besides the whole admin of it all wasn't too bad. There was some drama apparently going on with like the receptionist and like the teachers and all that there. I stayed out of it because I just wanted to do my teaching practice. When it came to that drama, I stayed out of it. 9 out of 10 for drama in high school, for the dramas that I like witnessed. First year I didn't witness any drama. I was low-key in the drama because of the thing with the dude, with that one male teacher and all, but he was like fine enough. But it was the I mentioned it in my previous video, like there was a teacher that like the other student teacher said was like seemed interested in me, and I didn't really I was like, no, I don't know about that. Maybe he's just friendly, and like looking back on it, he did like give me a lot more attention than the other student teachers, and he generally like did like the start conversations with me and not with them. And so I don't know if he was just more comfortable with me, or it's been a few years now. It's been quite a few years now. Yeah. And then like whenever there was, and I'll talk about the drama that came with the 3rd and 4th year. What's the name? That might be like that might end up. So I'll figure out whether or not the 3rd and 4th year have to be 2 separate videos, or if I can make them one video because they're one school. But the stuff that happened in my 3rd year, the stuff with me that happened that ended up what's the name with me because of a few of the kids, and the dramas with some of the kids, and like But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Love y'all platonically. Have a great day. Bye.